What do you think is Michaela's most defining characteristic before the accident and before the crash and after the crash or incident?
I would say that she's very strong-willed. Before and after the accident, she kind of, goes to the beat of her own drum. She's Ben's younger sister, and she's kind of always grown up in the shadow of him. So I think because of that, she learned to just do things herself, and is a bit of a rebel that way. And we see that kind of transition into, her and Ben figuring out what's actually going on in their lives now. Yeah.
How did you end up landing the part?
Well, it's funny. I was on another show, and then you go into pilot season, and I read this. This is actually the first and only script that I read, and I read it, and I was blown away because it was different than any other script that I had seen. And so I went in and I auditioned, but I left the room being like, whoever gets that, good luck to them. They're gonna have so much fun. And then thankfully they wanted to see me again for it, so I'm really happy with it.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the broken engagement and how those two characters are going to interact with one another and how Haley's going to feel and he's going to feel?
So they did work together in the police force. So obviously that will kind of come together again, them interacting at work. But it's really tragic because I think the two characters love each other a lot. As you don't expect someone to wait around for 5 years, so obviously things have moved on, but no love is lost between them, which makes it even harder.
I think the brother-sister dynamic is so interesting because we don't really see that as the front and center of a show. So what complications does a relationship like that cause when you've been dealing with this as these characters?
I think Ben and Michaela kind of approach it from very different ends of the spectrum. So Michaela, she's a bit more free-willed and has taken on her mom's approach of religion to an extent, thinking maybe it's God that has caused all this. And then Ben kind of comes from like a scientific, no, there's got to be a logical explanation. So even though they love each other a lot, they're kind of coming at it from different perspectives, and they're trying to figure out together through that what's actually happened. So there's some butting heads, but at the end of the day, they got each other's backs.
We've seen that the government is interested in trying to figure out what's going on with this. So how, as your characters sort of try to figure it out, how much interaction will they have with them, and is there this idea that you're really going to have to hide things from them?
For sure.
How difficult will that be?
I think, they will end up being the antagonists of the whole story. Not that they're bad in any way, but they're the ones that are, they have their own agenda of how they want to figure it out, and that doesn't always line up with what we're trying to do or what we're working to solve, and maybe puts us in jeopardy a little bit. So, I think that we can kind of love and hate them at the same time.
What sort of relationship is Michaela going to have with Lourdes, and are we going to watch that relationship?
Yeah, so it's going to be difficult. I mean, as one does when your best friend marries your fiance. But we'll see. There might be some redemption there.
How much do you know? Like, how much have they told you?
Not a lot, which is why my answer is 19 very like. I kind of want to figure it out as my character does and as the audience does. That way, like I can enjoy it as well. I know as far as the episode that we are filming, that is it.
For your character, where would you like to see her end up at the end of the first season?
Where do I want to see her end up? That's a tough question. I want to see her. I actually don't know. I'm sorry. Think about it.
How much will her work sort of play a part in the show? In that, like, are we going to see her investigating cases that have nothing necessarily to do with the mythology, like a little bit of a procedural aspect, or is it more focused on the mythology?
I think the best way I can answer that is each episode we're kind of diving into different characters on and off the plane. And so with her job as a detective, that's obviously going to play into whatever storyline is happening. But I guess it'll be, you know, her job's a job, and then her job as a contribution to figuring out what happens with the plane.
All the people on the plane are obviously connected in some way, and they come together, but can you tell us, are there any specific other characters that Michaela particularly connects with, or is there conflict with anybody? Like, how do they all work together as a group?
So far, so good. We do, you know, with Sanvi helping Cal in his treatments, she definitely kind of comes into our family a little bit to interact with Ben and Cal. But yeah, so far there's no one butting heads quite yet, but I'm sure that'll happen.
Does your character notices a lot about 828? Is that going to continue as like one of those little mythic pieces that she focuses on?
Yeah, I mean, with what I've read, yes. I'm not sure what it means yet, so I'm sure they'll kind of pepper it in, and then we'll finally realize why it's there.
Is there any way that any of you who were on the plane had met before that we're going to see possibly, or is it whoever was on the plane, this is the first time, besides obviously you and your brother?
I think the cool part about, you know, having 191 passengers is that we will interact and probably have interacted in, like, what's the movie that I'm thinking of where everyone's storylines kind of intertwine, and we probably like met each other in the past and not realized it. So I'm kind of excited to see how they do that. But as of right now, all I know is Beth. Yeah.
So if she's coming at it from a religious angle, does she feel like she was chosen for something?
I think they all kind of have that question in the back of their brain of like, why them? Because, you know, I don't know if I'm learning anything, but we don't get introduced to everybody on the plane right away. There's a very selective group that we kind of see off the top. And I think the question is like, is it just them? Is it the whole plane? Who is experiencing what Ben and I are experiencing, and why us? Why did we get to live? Why did we come back? So yeah, I think that my character kind of comes at it from a place of, I think this is God, like the way that my mom taught us, like this must be God. The way Ben is coming at it is, no, like it's completely random, I'm sure there's gotta be a reason, but I don't think it's God.
How much interaction can you not how much, but can you tell us about the interaction between her and her father and her sister-in-law and her niece?
Yeah. Her niece, so Olive, they get to bond a little bit, which is nice, but I really hope that they bring the dad character back, because Malik, he's an amazing actor who I would love to work with again. And, you know, their relationship is really strong. I don't know about Grace and Michaela, though. It kind of hints at maybe a bit of tension. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it might be a bit of a, you know, tense interaction treatment.
Are we going to see flashbacks to her life before the plane, or is it just going to be mentioned, like spoken about?
No, yeah, we definitely get to see kind of where each character came from and how their lives have changed since the plane. Yeah, we get to, you know, meet Lourdes and Michaela in their happier days, which is nice. Yeah.
Do we get to find out more about Michaela in the trial? I know she mentions it very briefly. That it was a really defining moment of her thinking that she's kind of a screw up.
Yeah.
Do you know that the episode is coming where they talk about that, or have you already filmed it?
Yeah, no, we have not filmed it. And I don't know about the actual like trial aspect. I haven't received any of that information, but we definitely get to, you know, see a bit of an explanation as to why she takes on so much responsibility with what's happened in her past. In some ways.
Is there anything you're really excited for fans to see in the show?
mean, all of it. I think what I like most about the show and what drew me in was the relationships. Like, it is a mystery and it is a drama, but at the end of the day, it has the relationships that you would see like Friday Night Lights or This Is Us. They're genuine, and Jeff's done a really, really good job writing the different interactions that happen between characters.